Hello, it's 1:43 a.m. I think I did a video introducing the date. It's Monday, September 20th, 2021. So it's cloudy. Here's the actual big fat moon right here. It looks like a full moon. And so, over the weekend, it seemed like I know that my gang stalking had been like super heavy. And I wondered if it was a full moon, and it seemed like my gang stalking had been super heavy. And in addition to the full moon, and despite all these clouds, I think there's a couple of stars, tiny stars on that side, But here's the doggone drone right here. Okay, where are you at? Hold up. It's usually bigger. This is it right here, the drone. It's usually bigger. But so tonight it didn't rain yet, like they said it was, but later on in the morning I guess it's supposed to rain. And I'm having a hard time trying to get sleep. And something bit me all on my right arm and a couple of bites on my right hand. And I don't know if they were mosquitoes or it seemed like bed bug. I'm like, where would I get bed bug bites from recently? I don't know. There might be mosquito or some other insect that is like that bit me. And it's like burning and itching at the same time. And so my ankles are painful and swollen. Been swelling since about just before I ate dinner yesterday, and I don't know why. It hasn't happened in a while, but they're swelling bad enough that I can barely walk. Now I almost need like a wheelchair or one of those walker things. But then I've been getting up peeing, urinating a lot throughout the night. So I'm really scared and nervous, and depressed about what I'm going through. I'm crying out for help. People purposely ignore me and don't want to listen to me and stuff like that. And pretty soon y'all gonna be in need and y'all gonna need help too. With the government coming crushing down, y'all gonna be crying out for help too. And y'all gonna see what we targeted individuals with our rights being stripped. We already got our rights stripped, but when y'all got y'all freedoms and rights stripped away, I bet y'all gonna have the biggest worldwide meltdown, emotional and mental meltdown. Like, people couldn't even handle being on lockdown last year. So I heard about domestic violence rates going up, child abuse rates going up, people committing suicide. You have all these quote unquote Karens acting crazy and stuff like that, and increased crime. So, but that's coming from y'all bastards who go around gang stalking people, and then next thing you know, the moment y'all rights are taken away, you go around and shoot and kill somebody or do something, but murder somebody in the most horrific and bizarre ways, and then you see the your mug shot with picture of you with soulless eyes, with like, but when the moment y'all freedom get taken away. But we targets, it seems like we just still trying to stay strong and trying to survive. Having like some targets get treated like as if we don't have a right to eat. or breathe or live. Like we don't have a right to exist. And other targets, as I said, they living in a fancy house, and I don't even know if they're real targets, living in a fancy house and always in their smack brand new car doing videos talking about how God has blessed them and stuff like that, and glorify themselves as empowered individuals and 144,000 and stuff like that. While they act like perps sometimes, and you don't really see videos of them being in distress and showing videos about their targeting and their gang stalking experiences and stuff like that. I mean, everybody want to, tap me on the shoulder and try to make me shut up talking about this, or they're making it like as if you need to focus on Jesus. And what makes you think that person hasn't been focusing on Jesus? We gotta watch our backs, because these perps, as I said, it's not just mind games and annoyance. These people out, they're trying to kill us. They give that fake disinformation talking about no-touch torture. Yeah, they can and will put their hands on you. And they'll try to run over you with their vehicles too, or they try to run you off the road if you're driving. Shucks, I didn't realize a few years ago when I rented a car, and I was driving through the Blue Ridge Mountains. God must have been protecting me the whole time, because almost every damn driver, when I was driving through those mountains, they were acting like as if they try to, acting like as if they try to run me off the cliff. They wanted to try to run me off the cliff, and it was very scary the whole time. I'm not sure if I ever want to experience something like that again, but I got one of the amongst the best water in the world, natural water from not hot spring, but it's this spring, natural spring water from an actual spring. And wow, that was a wonderful experience. And then I went to like 2 different food banks that day, and it's like they would do stuff like if you try to go rent a car or something, or in the case that a couple of years ago, 2 different, like 2017 and 2018, I tried to drive for a cab, and I tried to drive the taxi cab, and here, well, look, wait, where is it? Okay, where did you go? All right. Here, fake drone. See, I'm holding the phone steady, but look, it's trying to blur itself out, because I'm trying to film your ass. So it looks like more than one drone. I thought it would usually be one hovered over me. But anyway, I didn't want to switch the subject, but they would for the whole time the vehicle is in my possession. If I rent a car or try to well, I can't now being homeless, but if I would rent a car or try to be a cab driver, they would sleep deprive me the night before, and then keep me super sleep deprived the whole time the vehicle is in my possession. And then I forced to quit because of severe sleep deprivation. And then after the car had been turned in, that's when I end up sleeping like a baby that later on that night and for like the next week. And I didn't realize then that it was part of the gang stalking. And at first I thought it was just family witchcraft, but I didn't realize it was part of the gang stalking. and then those bastards do this to me on purpose and then turn around and be like, oh, you don't have the mentality or the sense to drive, or you have no business driving. No, it's like, y'all probably think that I don't have the mentality to handle the torture and torment that y'all put me through while I'm trying to drive. And then they narcissistic perps, they get envious, like as if they wonder if they feel like jealous, if they feel like they wonder, well, how I've been driving for years, but she ain't drove a car in a long time and she can drive better than me. It's like they want, but then they the ones who drive like a bat out of hell and drive reckless and stuff like that. You know, I miss driving and wish I had a vehicle again. And I wish that they would stop sleep depriving me. And then back then, you know, people would say that I'm a good driver and stuff, or that I'm a careful or defensive driver. But it's like, you know, stuff holding me back. So, you know, I just peed about, I guess I'll say 11 minutes ago, or maybe almost 15 minutes ago, and now I gotta go pee again. That my ankles on both sides are swollen. They're swollen, and you know, they're swollen and stuff like that. You know, and I try to get me some sleep, but it's hard to get sleep with this wet the wet sheet and the wet sleeping bag. You know, and I don't mean to tell TMI, but my menstruation is just about up. and then, you know, I still have no way to get to take a bath or a shower. And forced to be in dirty clothes. It's like the online perps don't want me in hotels or restaurants, but other targeted individuals, you know, they had to, you know, stay in hotels and eat out at restaurants and stuff, you know. And it's like, they say it's like another silent Holocaust with this targeting. That, you know, it's like because they want to try to say that targeted individuals are part of 144,000 and God's chosen and stuff like that. But, you know, the Jews were attacked and tortured and killed. You know, I think they were starved to death in you know, the Holocaust. And they were force-fed fluoride that would make them docile and easier to control. I guess to lead the sheep to the slaughter, and, you know, for their fate to be sealed. And then they had nerve to twist history to reverse reverse and make it like the ones who persecuted the Jews in the Holocaust. If you read the protocols of the learned elders of Zion, you can find that anywhere on the internet. And they're basically trying to say that you know, the Germans and Hitler and them, they killed off the real Jews and then turn around and assume the fake Jewish identity to this day, you know. And that's why Revelations in the Bible 2:9 and also 3:9 say that I don't remember the exact quote, but you say you're Jews, but actually they say that they're Jews, but they're not, but they're actually the synagogue of Satan. You know, synagogue of Satan. And so all these people who, you know, like Mark Zuckerberg, that name is freaking German, but he went around falsely calling himself as Jewish. Khazars. You know, Khazar Jew, it's not a real Jew, it's fake Jews. You know, they assume the fake name of fake Jewish. You know, all these, you know, German people or whoever, or Caucasians running around calling themselves Jewish nowadays. It's all fake. You know, and y'all, like, participate, and a lot of people, like, this fake Jewish mysticism and Kabbalah, and like in the Kabbalistic black magic and witchcraft that they do in Hollywood, in the entertainment industry and stuff like that, you know. And so you got a German last name but call yourself Jewish, you know. But then again, I heard that even the Germans some Germans were you know, tortured and abused during the Holocaust too. I mean, I guess that's hidden from the mainstream history books. They want to rewrite history books. That's why Michael Jackson, he said, it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. The history books are all lies. You know, so the history books are all lies, and the truth being like rewritten. That's what narcissistic abusers do, you know, rewrite the truth. Like, they want to try to twist the truth of history of how things went down, and then try to force that down your throat, this fake-ass government, you know, force it down your throat, and, you know, force you to live along with a lie, all these lies and deception. You know, and so, I mean, I was shocked about certain things that I found out, you know, but I heard about, like, I heard about these German kids being abused, also called the Lebensborn kids or something like that, you know. Just like I heard that, you know, they make us think a certain way about racism and slavery. When I heard that the Catholics in Canada, I mean, even though Catholicism is not the right kind of Christianity, you know, and I heard it's leading us to the Antichrist religion. Some people say the Catholic Church is the whore of Babylon. And so, but anyway, I heard that Catholics in Canada, the Catholic Canadians who were exiled out of Canada and forced to go to Louisiana, different areas of Louisiana, known as nowadays the Cajuns, the Acadians, the Cajuns. They were exiled out of Canada, and I heard that they went through like brutal abuse and stuff like that. And also, you know, y'all, I mean, they give us a distorted truth about Thanksgiving and Christmas and all these holidays. And like, people say that, oh, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, then you're celebrating the murder of the Native Americans. And so I heard about Irish. I heard there was a such thing as Irish being abused and enslaved too by their own kind. And I heard that Africans sold their own people into slavery. That's what I heard, that Africans sold their own people into slavery. You know, the rich Africans sold the poor Africans into slavery. You know, and they had the Atlantic slave trade and stuff like that, you know. So, I mean, I'm just rambling on, you know. I'm still sleep deprived. And tonight is another night that, you know, if my sleeping bag and my sheet, my blanket sheet, it's not a blanket, but you know, the sheet and the sleeping bag weren't wet, then tonight is a night that I probably could have had better quality sleep. You know, as I said, I was surprised I was able to get a nap yesterday. So, I guess I ran out of words to talk about at the moment right now. So, I won't be able to upload this until later because I'm trying to ration my my phone my phone mobile data. So I gotta wait till I get to Wi-Fi to get this. But yeah, before I go, I just want to say that panhandling. I would rather have my own damn job. Panhandling is it's exhausting, and you have to deal with a whole bunch of rude people. If you're polite and say sorry, I don't have any cash. I only carry card. Then I accept that. It's fine, no problem. I understand. But it's the people who, like yesterday, a man straight up put his hand in my face and brick walled me. Before I mean, that kind of rude, or people just smack their lips and walk off and ignore me, or ignore me like I don't exist. Or or seem like as if they got the money, or they just want to be mean and not want to be bothered. Not that you have to give it to me or anything like that, but I just don't like the rudeness and aggression when you politely ask and stuff. But I mean, some people say that panhandling is freaking work. That I go from person to person. I mean, there was a point in time I tried a few times to fly signs, but people ignore the signs, and so I found out it's more effective to walk up from person to person on a sidewalk, or on public property, like on a sidewalk, or like at the park or something like that, or just walking around. But it's exhausting and frustrating trying to panhandle for survival. And it's like I gotta do this just about every day until October at least. And I don't know. I mean, as I said, some of my Social Security money, I spent, because they try to make it like as if they were warning us that Hurricane Mindy was supposed to be so bad, and then nothing really happened. I mean, me trying to be prepared, but then nothing really happened. And then I also used the money to try to go to Fort Walton Beach to meet up with that lady, for that job that turned, I end up, now she started to reject and ignore my calls. So I figured, well, you don't have to worry about me being a pest. I'll block your damn number, That was a job that was supposed to have housing included. And then a week after, there was another job I was trying to get, but they wanted to do masks and temperature checks and this and that. And I'm like, well, and I think they wanted to do vaccines and stuff, So, fake Walmart being, so, couldn't do that. So, try to look for some caregiver jobs. They told me I have to have a car. So I don't have a vehicle. And I don't have insurance. But I do have a license. I've been just carrying around this license for years with little to no driving experience, opportunities. But I used to have a car back then. So I'm gonna try to go back to sleep. But I'm still cold and wet and miserable and uncomfortable and gotta pee again. So I'll see y'all in a while.